The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Khanittha Srirat. Chapter 16. Tom's Dream Baking Revenge. That was the great secret. The plan to return home with his brother Priceless and attend their own funerals. There had sailed over the Missouri side on a log at twilight on Saturday, landing 5 or 6 miles below the village. There had slept in the woods till nearly daylight and had then climbed through the back lanes and finished their sleep upstairs in the crunch. At breakfast on Monday morning, Aunt Polly and Mary were very loving to Tom and very attentive to his wants. There was an unusual amount of talk, in the course of which Aunt Polly said, "Well, perhaps it was a fine joke, Tom, but it was cruel to let me suffer so. If you could come over on a log to attend your funeral, you could have come over and told me that you weren't dead." "Yes, you could have done that," said Mary, "and I believe you would if you had thought of it. Would you, Tom?" asked Aunt Polly later sadly. I don't know. It would have spoiled everything. Tom, I hope you love me as much as that," said Aunt Polly in a grave tone that discomforted the boy. "It would have been something if you was clear enough to think of it. Even if you didn't do it, Tom, you will look back someday when it's too late, and wish you would care a little more for me when it would have cost you so little. Now, Auntie, you know that I do care for you. I will know. It's better if you show me that you care." "I wish now I thought," said Tom regretfully, "but I dream about you anyway. That's something, isn't it?" "It isn't much, I can start that, but it's better than nothing." "What did you dream?" "Why, Wednesday night I dreamed that you were sitting over there by the bed, and Sid was sitting by the woodbox, and Mary next to him." "Well, so we always, Tom. And I dreamed and Joe Harper's mother was here. Oh, lost, but it's so dim now. Well, try to remember, can't you?" Somehow it seemed to me that the white broke the Try harder, Tom. The white broke something, yes?" Tom pressed his fingers on his forehead for an anxious minute and then said, "I have got it now. It's broke the candle, and it seemed to me that you say, why, I believe that drawer. Good heavens. Go on, Tom, go on. Just let me think a moment. Just a moment. Oh, yes. You say that you believe the door was open." "That's true, and I'm sitting here." I did. "I'm Mary. Go on." And then, well, I won't be certain, but it seemed as if you made Sid go and, well, that what did I make him do, Tom?" "You made him so." "Oh, you made him shut it. Goodness gracious, I have never had anything like that in all my days. There is some truth in dreams. Serena Harper shall know of this before I'm an hour older. When I tell her about my dreams, she says, rubbish and faces. Go on, Tom." Oh, it's all getting a bright as day now. Next you say that I won't be it, only mischievous. And so I did. Well, go on, Tom. And then you began to cry. I did. No, for the first time either. And then Mr. Harper began to cry and said Joe was just the same, and she wished that she hadn't with him for talking the cream which she drew away herself. Good Lord, Tom, this is Miss McCracken. Goodness gracious, go on, Tom. Then he say, I don't think I say anything. Say. Yes, you did say Mary. Shut your mouth. At least Tom, go on. What did he say, Tom? He said, I think he said he hoped I was happier where I had to go to. But if I would been better sometime. Did you hear that? His very words. And you made him shut up. I did. An angel must have shown you all that, Tom. There was an angel with you. And Mr. Harper told about Joe making her jump, and you told about Peter and painkiller. As true as I'm sitting here. Then there was a lot of talk about having the funeral on Sunday, and then you and Mr. Harper cried, and she wants it happened just so. Tom, you couldn't have told it better if you'd seen it. And then what? And then I thought you played for me, and I could see you and hear every word. You went to bed, and I was so sorry that I wrote on piece of bread. We are not dead. We are only baking pilot, and I put it by the candle, and then you looked so good lying there asleep that I thought I went and leaned over and kissed you. Didn't you, Tom, did you? I forgive you everything for that. And when she drew her arms about him, he felt ungodly of violence. Here's a big apple I have been saving for you, Tom, if you were ever found again. Now off you go, all of you. You have lost enough of my time. The children left for school, and the old lady went to call on Mr. Harper and conquer her disbelief with Tom's marvelous deal. What a hero Tom was now! He did not go jumping and dancing, but stepped with his chest out like a pilot who felt that his public eye was on him. He tried not to seem to see the looks or hear the remarks as he passed along, but they were food and drink to him. Similar boys and himself flogged at his heels, and proud to be seen with him as if he has been the drummer at the head of procession, or an elephant leading a circus into town. Boy of his own size pretend not to know that he has been away at all, but in reality they were eaten up with envy. They would have given anything to have that dark, stubborn skin of his and his glittering frame. At school, the children were so full of admiration for Tom, and that the two heroes soon became unbearably radiant. Finally, when they got out their pipe and went puffing around, the very height of glory was reached. Tom decided he could be independent of begging treasure now. Glory was sufficient. He would live for glory. Now that he was distinguished, perhaps she would be waiting to be friends again. Well, she would see that he could be as proud as some other people recently. Tom, not to see her, he moved away, joined a group of boys and girls, and began to talk. Soon observed that she was running gaily to and fro, pretending to chase schoolmates and screaming with laughter when she made a capture. But he noticed that she always made her capture in his neighborhood. After a time she gave up paying and moved hastily about, glancing occasionally at Tom. Then she observed that Tom was talking more particularly to Amy Rowland than to anyone else. Go away, but her feet led her, and the group insisted. Mary, I want to tell you about the picnic, she begging to a girl almost at Tom's elbow. Oh, who going to give it? My mother going to let me have one. I hope she will let me come. She will the picnic for me. She will let anybody come that I want you. That's nice of you. When it is going to be? Soon, perhaps in the holiday. Oh, won't it fun? Are you going to invite all the boys and girls? Yes, everyone who is a friend of mine or wants to be. And she glanced at Tom, but he talked to Amy Rowland about the storm on the Iceland and how the gliding through the great tree to beat, while he was standing within 3 feet of it, with a clapping of joyful hands. All the group begged for invitation except Tom and Amy. Then Tom walked off with Amy, begging I fell with tears. She went as soon as she could and sat alone till the bell rang. Then she died. Her eyes held up her head and said that she knew what she would do. During the interval, Tom continued in the company of Amy and kept wandering about to find begging in order to make her feel angry. At last he caught sight of her. She was sitting on a little bench behind the school, looking at a picture book with a face temple. So deeply interested were they, and so close together were their hands over the book that they didn't seem to notice anything else. Curious Lan leaned close, hot through Tom. He called himself a fool for drawing away the chance of becoming friends again with begging hands offered. Amy's happy talk became unbearable. Tom spoke vaguely about something which he had to do and hastened away. She thinks that overdressed fool is better than I am, he thought, grinding his teeth. Oh, all right. I gave him a beating the first time I saw him, and I will do it again. He went through the motion of fighting an imaginary boy, hitting the air and kicking and pulling. Oh, you have had enough, you have. Have you? You have you? Now let that be lesson to you. And so the imaginary beating was finished to his satisfaction. Tom fled home at noon. His conscience could not bear any more of Amy's grateful happiness and his jealousy. made the sight of baking and after temple together unbearable. 2. Baking looked at some more pleasure with Alfred, but no Tom came to suffer. She grew miserable, and when Alfred kept on exclaiming, "Oh, here's a naughty one, look at this," she lost patience and said, "Oh, I don't care for them," and got up and walked away. Alfred went thoughtfully into the desert school. He easily guessed the trust. The girl had simply made use of him and annoyed Tom Sawyer. He wished then there was some way of getting that boy into trouble without much loss to himself. His eye fell on Tom's spelling book. Here was his opportunity. He opened it at the reason for the afternoon and poured ink upon the page. Baking, glancing in at a window behind him, saw him and moved away quickly. She hurried away, intending to find Tom and tell him. Tom would be thankful, and their troubles would be ended before she was halfway home. However, she changed her mind. She thought of Tom's treatment of her when she was talking about the picnic, and she determined to let him be punished on account of the damaged spelling book, and to hate him forever too.